Hi, J B Buchanan here with Alaska Bowhunting Supply. I've got two popular bonding systems I'm going to show you how to install GrizzlyStik inserts today. These are brass inserts. We're going to install them in these Alaskan shafts. But first we have to prepare the shaft to make sure it mates very well with the J B Weld or the epoxy. What I like to do is take some type of decking screw and I'll get inside the shaft and I'll just kind of score the inside of the shaft with the threads on that decking screw. I'm not doing this very hard, I'm just barely dragging it. And that gives it some type of surface for the J B Weld or the epoxy to hold. So I'll just go around the inside just a little bit, kind of chafe that up. I like to get the end of the decking screw and I'll bend it in a vice grip or something just to give me something so I can just barely score in there. Next I'll take a Q-tip with a little bit of acetone. Now it'll just kind of take some of the powder that I've scratched inside that shaft, and it dries real quick, gives it a good clean inside. Now this shaft is ready to put the insert. One trick I use is I always put a little piece of paper towel into my insert. This keeps the J B Weld or the epoxy or any other thing I'm using from getting inside the inserts, which could cause problems later. The way I like to do it, I just simply take the insert, roll it a little bit around in that J B Weld, then I barely push it in the shaft. Now right when I get it in the shaft, I start twisting that insert and that spins that J B Weld really proportionally inside that shaft, and that's going to give me a true shaft when I start to spin it when it sets. And then I just slightly push it in till it's all the way flush. Then I'll give it another about a half clockwise turn. Now that J B Weld is good and set in there. I'll take a paper towel, I'll clean the rest of it off. Then my final steps, I check for trueness of that. It's very important that you get those in. And that it is spinning like a top. I know that's going to be a good accurate shaft. And that's basically it for installing the J B Weld. The next shaft I'll do, obviously, is with the 5-minute epoxy. This is very popular and very effective way too. I'll take the same decking screw and I'll just lightly chafe the inside of that shaft. I'll be very careful because if you put a whole lot of pressure on there it could damage the shaft, but I'm just basically scratching that shaft. I'll take the same acetone with the Q-tip, basically just clean the inside, get any type of powder residue. Here again I have my insert, my brass insert. I like to use a little bit of paper towel. And then I'll slowly dab that 5-minute epoxy that I have mixed. Then I'll slowly insert it in the shaft. Same procedure as do with the J B Weld. Now when I got it right here, I'll just slowly twist that shaft and push that insert in at the same time. This gives a good even coating on that insert and that shaft. Once it gets flush, I'll take my paper towel and I'll remove any excess. Then my final step again is I'll check for trueness. There again, that's spinning like a top. For example, if it wasn't spinning very true, here's a tip here. I just would grab the fill tip and hold that insert and I'd give it some more spins. And in that case, that would usually straighten it out. That's spinning really well. That's basically it. So, to recap, score the inside of your shaft with some type of sharp object like a decking screw or something that you can scratch inside. Clean it with acetone. Then add your compound, either your J B Weld or your 5-minute epoxy. Apply it to your insert. Not the inside of the shaft, but the insert. And then slowly push your insert in while turning. And that should give you a good, true fit that'll make a very accurate shaft. Hey, from all of us at Alaska Bowhunting Supply, good hunting.